the hell is that?
He's found it, hasn't he? What he was looking for.
You found doorways through time.
Big shiny hole in the universe.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions upon the sci-fi original television series known as Primeval New World. I'm going to talk about episode 2 titled Sisiutl, and forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. It's some ancient Indian creature of some kind, I believe, and I can't really pronounce that episode title. Anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? So pretty much what we have going on in episode 2 of Primeval New World is, just so you guys know, spoilers will be in this review, so as always, go ahead and click ahead and skip the next few minutes of this video. That way the plot won't be spoiled. But if you don't mind a few little minor spoilers, go ahead and keep watching, right? So what pretty much we have going on in episode 2 of sci-fi series known as Primeval New World is we have a ancient and mythological sea snake that is lurking in the water. And as always with this series, this sea snake has traveled from the past, way back during the prehistoric dates and time, to the present time, or the future, in the sea snake's time. It's traveled from the past into the present, and this sea snake is now in the water, wreaking havoc, killing people, and our crew of dinosaur hunters, pretty much, or, a little CSI dinosaur hunter crew, is trying to send that sea snake back into its own, present time. That's pretty much the gist of episode 2 of sci-fi series known as Primeval New World. We also have other little subplots going on, such as the main girl, not our main guy character, I forget his name, but our main girl character, part of the dinosaur CSI hunter crew. She actually wants our main guy no longer to run the dinosaur crew. I'm not for sure why she doesn't want him to. I guess she thinks that he's getting them into too much trouble, but she no longer wants him to be there. She wants our Magnet Corporation. If you watch the first episode, you remember that the Magnet Corporation are the people that are involved with, paranormal and UFOs, the people that were shut down back, in the 1950s. She wants him, leader of the Magnet Corporation, to become the leader of the dinosaur people that, go and hunt dinosaurs. I'm not for sure why she wants to do that, but that's what she wants to do. And of course, he doesn't yet know this. And that's pretty much the main gist. There's not a lot of there's not too many subplots going on in this episode. But there's also one other one about this Indian, and he's there's like these people ranting about the oil, and stuff like that. And there's this Indian there. That's why the episode is called Sisiutl, or however you pronounce it. It's because it's about this ancient mythological sea snake that would only kill the people that were wicked. And this Indian believes that, and he's trying to convince his father. And then finally, his father doesn't believe it first. And then, of course, finally towards the end, his father begins to believe in the mythological creature. And then towards the end, once the sea snake is actually sent back to its own time. Pretty cool scene, by the way. Once the sea snake is actually sent back to its own time, that Indian actually becomes sort of the guardian of that little lake. The dinosaur crew tells him, hey, watch over this place. That way, no one else dies. And if you see something, call us. That's pretty much the main plot of episode 2 of the sci-fi original television series known as Primeval New World. Overall, my thoughts and opinions on Primeval New World episode 2. I thought this was a pretty good episode. No, it was an amazing episode, but it was a pretty fun episode. As I said in my first review, the best thing about Primeval New World is the overall concept, just about these dinosaurs that travel from the past into the present time, or for them, the future. Just about these dinosaurs that travel from the past to present time, and that's the best thing about it. Just watching this, sea snake, wipe people out. And no, the series isn't very bloody. You don't really actually get to see any on-screen deaths. I wish you did get to. That's why older films, such as Lake Placid, Anaconda, stuff like that. That's, Python. That's why I've always found films like that really fun. Not because they're an amazing film, but they're just really fun to watch. Just watching, people get wiped off on screen by these really huge ginormous creatures. And, that's one of the little bit downfalls of Primeval New World. It's not really graphic, so I really can't show too much, but I will say it is still pretty entertaining to watch these creatures, take out people, and it's really fun just to watch this, sort of CSI dinosaur hunter crew go after the sea snake and find a way to send him back into their own time. And they do kind of make it a little bit smarter. One of the things I did like about this episode was the mythology behind it, about how it was this ancient Indian back from their mythology creature that only killed the wicked, and that was a nice little ideology, a nice little backstory. So it wasn't really like a lifeless episode. It gave it, it gave it a little bit of a backstory to it. Not a huge one, but it did give it a nice little backstory. So it gave the episode a little more substance than the episode, in full previously had. And overall, it was a really good episode. A 1 out of 10 rating, probably a solid 7.5 or an 8. Overall, I'm thinking Primeval New World is a pretty solid series. It's not amazing. It's not phenomenal, but it's not terrible either. Best thing about it, like I said, is the visual effects of the series are actually pretty darn good. It's actually, the dinosaurs and stuff don't actually look too bad. It's kind of fun, like I said, just watching these dinosaurs go around and then watching the crew take out the dinosaurs. My only really complaint is that I think the series will get a lot better when they start to explain the frozen guy down that we saw in the first episode and his wife and all that. I really like the first episode because, his wife, I want to see more backstory. I want to see more, substance and backstory with his wife that died by the T-Rex, and with that frozen guy that's like from some corporation or from the Magnet Corporation, I believe is where he's from. I want to see more stuff like that. Finding out that backstory. And I think once that backstory gets introduced, I think the series will get a lot better. But right now, it's still a pretty decent series. That's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on episode 2 of the sci-fi television series known as Primeval New World. As always, Primeval New World comes on every Saturday night right after Sinbad at 9 o'clock Central, and then 10 o'clock for everyone else. Next week's episode is episode 3, titled Fear of Flying, and it looks like it's about some sort of flying bees or moths. These huge flying creatures are coming up out of there, and they look kind of like flies or moths or like flying spiders of some kind. And that looks like what the next episode is about. And it looks like every episode is sort of like a different creature coming out. But I think once they give the stories a little more backstory, once they start introducing more of a theme, then I think the series will get a lot better. But right now, it's still a pretty cool series. That's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on episode 2 of Primeval New World for Sci-Fi's television series. Once again, thanks for watching the video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the page below, and I'll see you guys later with more videos by Centipede Geek.